Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholic, and in this video I want to show you how to make this pretty little pair of earrings using Swarovski crystals and Vintaj elements. So I went ahead and I made it in the crystal form, and that's what I'm going to show you in the video. But I made the identical earring using Swarovski faux pearls as well, just so you can see how you get a slightly different look, but still really pretty and really wearable. So if you want to do the pearl version of this design, you're going to use a 10mm pearl and a 6, and this happens to be the brown velvet color. But I'm going to show you with the crystals in this lovely scarlet color. I've got a 10mm round and an 8mm bicone, and then I'm going to use a series of bead caps, all by Vintaj. So you see they're really pretty and filigree. So we got 3 different ones we're going to be using, and then some Vintaj findings as well. For tools, you're going to need a pair of cutters, a round nose plier or a wire looping plier. I personally really like the wire looping. I'll show you how to use it in just a minute. And a pair of chain nose pliers. And then if you like a Vintaj relief block, and you've seen mine's actually been worn quite a bit, this is something that you can use over and over again, and it still performs. So if you're choosing to use the relief block, what you're going to do is you're going to take your pieces, and you're just going to rub over the top of them. And what that does is it takes off the top layer of that nice kind of brown, darker antique brass look, and it exposes some of the shiny brass below. So it just pulls out a little shine. And like I said, this is a totally optional step. You don't have to do it by any means. But if you have a relief block around, it is a nice way of just making it a little shinier. So I like this design because it's really one that you can wear with anything. And oftentimes we make lovely jewelry and it is meant to match an outfit or a special occasion, but sometimes it's just nice to have some pieces around that go with a pair of jeans or whatever you're wearing that night. So let's begin. We're going to start by making the little bottom dangle. So we're just going to take a head pin and on it place one of your 8mm bicones. And then on top of it, place one of your smaller bead caps. And what I like to do is these bead caps move a little bit with a little pressure, especially like this one here. You can see we can bend it slightly. So I just like to push it down over my bead cap. Now I'm going to take my wire looping pliers and grab it right where that wire exits the bead cap. Hold the bottom piece in place with your fingers and just squeeze, and it makes that bend for you. Okay, push the wire down, rotate your pliers up to the top, and just bring your wire around so they overlap. And right where they overlap is where you're going to cut the wire, and just set that aside for right now. So we have the little dangle. Now we're going to make the main body of the earring. So we're going to start with our 10mm bead, and over it we're going to place this first bead cap, and I'm actually going to pull out the prongs just a little bit, so that it will sit over my bead better. Whoops, get in there. There's a very convenient little hole right there. Okay, so now my bead is really up and nice and into it. And then I'm gonna top that bead cap with a second bead cap, like so. And now I'm gonna take my third bead cap and put it upright, so it's actually going to cup my bicone in the next step. Right, so this is what we've got. And now I do want to squish those all together. Make them nice and tight. And now I'm going to make a wire looping plier. Now I'm going to take my wire looping plier and grab it where it's right above the bicone. Squeeze again, and now we just have this little tail, and we're going to pull it around too. And again, where it crisscrosses is where we're just going to cut. And on this one, we're just going to straighten that loop up. And now we're going to go back to our original little guy that we made. Open that loop the same way you would open a jump ring. Link it onto the bottom. Loop from your eye pin. And then close it back up. And for this one, with this earring, it actually has a little loop already there. So we're just going to open up our earring and slide on our pretty dangle. And just pull it down into that loop. Like so, and close up your earring. And you are all set. So now we've got a matched pair using the Scarlet Swarovski crystal and all these pretty little vintage elements. And again, this is what it would look like if you used the pearls instead. I hope you enjoyed this quick how to make an earring video. If you did, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or check out all our products and other videos at beadaholique.com.